Well, hello everybody. I'm going to do a little video on the Landcruiser 200 series. This is a 2021 Toyota Landcruiser. It has 201 miles on it. I put about 40 miles on it, bought it, drove it home, started working on it, and just about finished it up. So just thought I'd do a quick video on it, show you the stuff I've done to it. We've got the Bud-built rock sliders, ARB Summit bumper, Baja Designs fog lights. The fog lights are wired in on the fog light switch, factory fog light switch. We've got ARB intensity driving lights. Those are wired in to be controlled from the high beam switch, factory high beams. We've got a Warren Xeon 12 winch with the wireless winch remote. Factor 55 hook, Factor 55 fair lead, Warren winch rope. There's the relocated front camera. Front bumper has all the correct sensors, parking sensors in it. Headlight washers. Got the Old Man Emu BP51 suspension with the upper control arms. Got the ARB recovery points. Did an Anderson KDSS relocation for the sway bar, so that moved the sway bar forward an inch, I believe. And then that comes with Anderson skid plates under the control arms. And we've got Bud-built rock sliders, front to rear, the full package. Stainless steel, powder coated black. Have a Descent off-road rear bumper with the vertical carrier. It's the double carrier bumper. Factory wheel on the rear, 33-inch BFG all-terrains. They're a P metric size. I don't remember what size they are. Basically brand new. Still on the inside. It's the stickers for the Switch Pros controller. Got the wireless winch remote and the charge cord for it there. Sheepskin seat covers, the premium ones, really nice. The bumper has the high lift jack carrier here, and then this is a flip up table. So when the tire carrier is swung out, you can flip this table up and have a table to work on when you have the tailgate open. That carrier opens up, flips up from the back side, and you can put stuff inside of it, like a hydraulic ARB jack and other camping gear. One of those tall, skinny propane tanks. There's actually a camp cook kitchen that attaches to that on the front side, and then has a table and everything that folds out. I don't have that. It's an option for it. See the odometer reading there, 201 miles. Got the leather interior, kind of the gold stitching. I have the Switch Pros controller up here for lights, air compressor, dual battery relay. That's all I have in it right now. Pop the hood here. Got the clear bra body film protection on the front, and you can see it on the edges of the doors. I think it's on the mirrors, and then it's also ceramic coated. Got the 5.7 liter V8. Dual batteries with SLE stainless steel battery trays. Got a BC-DC Red Arc 50 amp dual battery charger. So the batteries are isolated all the time from each other until you connect them with the relay. This is where the starting battery normally would be, and I relocated the starting battery to that side, to the passenger side, and put in a terminal down here to connect the positive battery cables together. And then this is a stainless steel battery tray. Got the SLE connectors. I think it's MRBF fuses, high amp fuses for the. This is for the compressor. One of these is for the BC-DC charger. One of them is for the intensity lights. Got the quick coupler here for the air compressor. High output ARB twin motor compressor. Switch Pros controller is underneath of it. That's using a SLE holder, and then it's a SLE holder for the compressor. I have this left loose so we can get in here and look. Got to put the pins back in that. Got the wiring for the dual battery relay coming up through here. Here's the dual battery relay. So this joins the batteries for emergency start. Say you ran your main battery dead, you could jump start it from the auxiliary battery over there, the relay. And then if you're winching or you have some other high output thing you need to do, you can join the batteries together with the relay by just pushing the button on the Switch Pros controller. I added extra ground wires on both batteries. So it has the factory ground wire here. And then I added the extra 2-aught ground strap to the frame on both sides of the vehicle. I have the SLE auxiliary tray over here for adding accessories. And then these are the wires that come from the Switch Pros controller. I can't remember how many wires are left, but you can do like, I think 8 other auxiliary options from this. And I just have the wire terminated and tucked down behind here and zip tied. So my plan was to put a junction block here, electrical junction block, run those wires into the junction block, and then you can run to other lights, like if you want to add lights right here on the pillar on both sides. The wiring's here ready to do that. Got the bronze TRD wheels, and it comes with 2 extra bronze wheels for spares. Get underneath and look around a little bit. Just looking at my notes to see what else I need to cover. Windows are tinted. Power stop rotors and pads, front and rear. Slotted, cross-drilled. Bud-built rock sliders. Rock sliders have a big heavy plate right there that goes along the frame and then uses those heavy bolts through the frame to hold it. Can support the whole weight of the side of the vehicle on the rock sliders. Got Bud built skid plates. They're stainless steel, powder coated black, front to rear. There's the fuel tank Bud built skid plate over there. Anderson skid plate on the control arm. Have the wings underneath the bumper here removed so we can see up in there. Maybe putting those back on in a few minutes. There's a lot going on here underneath, but there's the off-road design fog lights, and they're mounting brackets to make them fit the ARB bumper. I put in bigger 1/2-inch bolts on the bumper to the frame. I did it. Here's the ground strap, ground cable for the driver's side, going to the main bolt here on the frame. There's the cable going up to the battery, up through there. And then that's all the wiring for the front turn signal, marker lights, and fog lights, and the front parking sensors. Got the ARB splash guard here on the front of the bumper. ARB tow points, the heavy duty recovery points on both sides. Another view of the Anderson skid plates on the control arms. There. Got some oil dripping down. I changed the oil in this and put Mobile 1 oil in it, even though it's got 201 miles. I wanted to change it, and I spilled a bunch of oil in the inside the skid plate. It's hard to get it to drain and not end up in the skid plate, so gotta wipe that all down. Those are RCV high angle CV shafts, high strength, high angle, and they're supposed to be able to handle a 6-inch lift, and this is set at about 4 inches. Up here, I don't know if you can see it, is the KDSS relocation. Those are the Anderson spacers to move the sway bar forward. That gets this bolt away from the tire when you turn. KDSS is, I think it's kinetic dynamic suspension system. So it's like a hydraulic system that helps level the vehicle, keep it level through turns, and stabilizes it. That's the access point for the filter, engine oil filter, and then over here is the access point for the drain plug. Then over here we've got our wires coming down from the main battery that go through here up across the front of the engine area to the other battery, and then this is the other ground cable here, and then this wire here is for the BCDC charger. That's the charge wire for the auxiliary battery. There's the other Anderson bracket. Those come aluminum colored, and or just bare aluminum, and I had them powder coated black. Same with those skid plates. I had those powder coated black. I gotta put that shield in, splash shield. Fuel tank skid plate. Got Bud-built shock protectors. Those are stainless steel, powder coated black also. And then the BP51 shock protectors there to protect the shafts. And then the BP51 heavy load rear springs. Spare tire and the carrier for it underneath here are removed. My intention was to put long range America auxiliary fuel tank in here. I can put a big auxiliary tank, fuel tank right here. That's the controller for operating the lights in the bumper. And I can't remember what brand this was, but I did a aftermarket panhard bar to center the axle perfectly under the vehicle. So it's heavy duty panhard bar. That's the bud built shock protectors, skid plates. All right, so that's about it. I gotta get back to work and get those shields put underneath the bumper, and that front shield, put the pins back in it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe. Have a good evening. Bye now.